Well, not everyone is reopening. Here's Boris Johnson again.
But I'm afraid to say that, as things stand, some premises, such as nightclubs, swimming pools, indoor gyms, must remain closed for the time being, given the particular risks of transmission in those settings. However, we are establishing task forces now for those sectors to establish how they too can open in a COVID-secure way as fast as possible.
Well, among those businesses not being allowed to reopen are conference centres. Martin Fullard is editor at Conference News and editorial director at MASH Media. Martin, good evening to you. A huge blow for the conference sector.
Good evening, Iain. It's been a disappointing day, absolutely. And I think the business meetings and conference and exhibitions industry's been underestimated quite a lot here. When you club all events together, you're looking at £70 billion to the UK every year, and it employs somewhere in the region of 700,000 people. Conferences and meetings alone is worth 19 billion, exhibitions 11 billion. You know, we're talking big business. And I think there's safer environments to manage. You can actually manage a conference far more safely and respect all the social distancing and hygiene measures than you can perhaps a pub. Now, I'm all for the opening of pubs, but there's nothing to suggest that you couldn't run one of these events. So we're a bit disappointed. The guidance for our industry is written, it is ready, but we are just waiting for the government to kind of give us the green light. We were hoping it would be today, but maybe some manner of start date is needed quite urgently.
Does this indicate that maybe the lobbying from your sector has possibly not been as effective as it might have been?
Not sure that's entirely fair. No, I think the lobbying has been solid, and I've been speaking to a number of the associations on a fairly regular basis on how that's been progressing. The issue is the events industry is kind of lumped together with the tourism sector and hospitality sector kind of at large. We, for example, fall under the purview of Nigel Huddleston, the tourism minister, who's a fair enough politician, has done a fair job, but it's very disjointed, the events industry. We're quite fragmented. So there's a number of businesses that feel very alienated from this tourism concept. So we're not fully understood by central government. That's, I think, perhaps central to the problem.
Martin, thank you very much. That's Martin Fullard, editor at Conference News.